Hey guys, I want to go over real quick how to do an assembly in OnShape. We are going to start by going to create, and we are going to create a new document. We're going to title this one Puzzle, actually two Z's, Puzzle Motes Puzzle 1. You, of course, will name it your last name, Puzzle 1, but I'll call mine Motes Puzzle 1. Click OK. Okay, now once we are open, we've already created our parts. What we're looking to do is to assemble our puzzle so that it looks like this. This is what my puzzle looks like. So my first two parts I'm going to bring in are the blue and the red. So I'm going to go over to the bottom where it says Assembly 1, and I'm going to click on Assembly. I'm going to click on Assembly 1 and rename this assembly Motes Puzzle 1 also. And the first thing I'm going to do, you can see just like when we did the part, we are in a 3D environment by the view cube up here in the upper right hand corner. Okay? So first thing I'm going to do is come over and insert one part. I'm going to start with my red part. In this document it isn't showing any parts, so I'm going to go to Other Documents. My parts are in my OnShape. I click there, and I'm looking to put the red part in. Once it's in here, I have to create a version of it that has all of the changes complete. So I'm going to click on part 1 to insert it, but because this has already been done, this is not my first one with this puzzle, I already have the V1. When you go to insert, let me delete this. When you go to insert it, it may tell you that you have to create a new version of it. That is fine. Go ahead and click OK, and then click over here to insert the part. Once you are done, go ahead and right click or left click on the green check mark. Now as you can see, if you click on this, you can drag this around. We don't want that to happen. We don't want to be able to rotate this. So the first thing you have to do is right click and fix it, which is the same thing as grounding the component. Now when I click on it, you'll see this emblem that shows up, not the circle, but the other one, that's an electrical ground. So what that shows is that it's grounded. That is the emblem for grounded in an electrical circuit, so that's what that means. Okay, so this will no longer rotate. So now that I've got this one part in here, I need to be able to constrain this to another part. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, come back up to insert, go to Other Documents, go to My OnShape, and I'm going to get my blue part. Once that opens up, I'm going to click on that, come over here and move it off to the side. Click once, click the green check mark, not the X mark. Don't close that out, because if you do, it'll go away. Click the green check mark. Now, let me drag this back over here. As we can see in this photo here, I need the red and the blue part to be mated or constrained together. So for the puzzle pieces, the only real mates we need to use are the planar mate. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to hover so that I get this emblem to show up in the middle of this top surface. I'm going to click one time to place that constraint there. Then I'm going to come over, and sometimes you got to zoom in to make it a little easier to get that to go onto the surface you want. I'm going to click that. Now you can see how those two snapped together. I'm going to accept this, and then accept this. Now you can see that these two surfaces, when I drag them through each other, those two flat planar surfaces are constrained to each other. If I come over here and click on the front view and zoom out, you can see I cannot drag that blue part up and down. I can drag it this way and this way, 2 degrees, but I have removed, let's say, 2 degrees of freedom on that. If I right click, go to isometric view, you can see that I can move it this way, and I can move it this way, but I can't move it up and down, and that's because we've constrained these two top surfaces together. So I'm going to drag this out a little bit. I'm going to come back to the planar mate, click on that, and now I'm going to make this surface and this surface flush with each other. If I click this arrow, I can make them mate together. But that's not what I want. I want them to be flush. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to close this out before I click on and place a half a constraint on. But you'll see the only way that this can go now is like this. So I have but one more mate to put onto here, one more constraint, and that's going to be a planar, but it's going to be a mate, surface to surface. So I click here, and now I can't see that other surface, so I have to right click with my mouse and rotate so that I can see that other surface. I need to get right in the center there like that. Click that, accept that. If I go to the isometric view, now when I try to move this blue part, I cannot move it at all. Okay, now the goal here is to do the exact same thing with all of the other parts. If I take a look here at my puzzle, I'm going to do one more for you. I'm going to do this black part so we can go through this one more time, just so you could see how I use the mates. I'm going to come back here, go to Insert, Other Documents, my OnShape, my black part, and I'm going to click on that once, come over here, click once, click the check mark. Now the problem I have here now is I got to rotate this thing without rotating everything. I don't want to rotate everything. I just want to rotate this. So if I double click on a corner with the mouse, if I double click, I get this UCS, the XYZ coordinate emblem, and it has this circle with an arc going through it. If I click and hold that with my left mouse button, I can rotate this part. I can do it in an exact degree. I can type in how many degrees, or I can just click it and drag it until I get it kind of in the position that I want. And that's good enough for me because I need it relatively like this, because I need to put this in this corner sort of like that. That's close enough. So I can click on, I know that this is where it goes is right here in this little niche. So I go back to the planar mate, click on that. I'm going to click on this surface and this surface to make them flush. Click the check mark, and then I'm going to close that out so I can kind of drag this thing back down to where I want it to be. And so now I can click on this planar mate, get this red surface and this surface. Come on, get in the middle there. There we go. There it is. Click OK. Then close this out so I can grab this without putting a mate on it. Okay, so now I can see all I need to do is to get that right in there. So I'm going to zoom out. Whoops. Zoom out a little bit. Separate them. Planar mate. One on this surface. And if I hold my right mouse button down and move my mouse, I can do a slow orbit and then come in here and get that surface. Click OK. Close this out. Right click, isometric. Now when I grab that black part and push my mouse button down, it will not let me drag that around. Okay, so that is how we start our assembly. When we get all done with this, we close this out, start a new document, and do puzzle 2. I will go over this in class though as well.